going on, guys? It's your boy Ant. Today we back with another reaction, but today it's something a little bit different. Today we doing a reaction to MT&R's breakdown slash commentary on B.Simone's rant. This is something outside of the box from the channel, and something that me personally, I be listening to Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews channel a lot, and I'll be watching his videos. And he's a pretty funny guy, man. Pretty intellectual. He knows what he's talking about in a general sense, and I think this whole subject matter that B.Simone touched on, him and other people like Kevin Samuels and another guy, King Richards from the UK, they've been talking about the similar type of thought pattern for years now. So, you know, I'm interested in it. I can't wait to get into it. And without any further ado, let's get it.
You already know what time it is. We must get active.
Let's get it then.
Video that I have for you guys today, B.Simone goes off on women looking for the perfect man, which is incredible.
First of all, before this even gets into it, like, I've seen a segment, probably like a 10-second segment of the original video. Didn't get into it, wanted to do a full breakdown of that video, but I came on here and seen that he had a video up talking about it, so I'm just reacting to him talking about the video, and I know that he's gonna have a great take on it. So
to hear, because that's that's what we talk about in this sector all the time. If I remember correctly, though, a couple of months ago she was speaking about not wanting a 9-to-5 man, so different type of a conversation, but I'd be interested to hear her thoughts. Without further ado,
we're manifesting love. But here's a little challenge.
All right, before we even get into it, if you know B.Simone, you know that she's good for all of the extra shit and like all of that, and you know what I mean. But you know what I mean, for her demographic, for the people that like her, they know that that's her personality. But for somebody from this sector that MT&R represents, I know he's not gonna find none of that appealing at all. I don't know if he's gonna hold it against her. I don't, because I know her personality. But let's continue.
These things we want in a man. A list of things. He gotta be tall, he gotta be dark, he gotta be handsome, he gotta have pretty teeth, he gotta be a family man, he gotta be financially stable, he gotta be rich, he gotta be successful, he gotta be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list. He gotta be a family man. You might talk to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He gotta be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He gotta have a job. You need to go fill out some applications, because you're still unemployed. He gotta have pretty teeth.
Look how this man looking. Look how this man. Look how he looking. What's wrong with him?
You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he gotta be. You ain't even half the things on that list.
I got something to say about.
I
have something to say about what she's saying, but I'm very, very interested in what like he's got to say right now. So after he speaks, I'll follow up.
So we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that you got in your mind. Then, what I did, make a list of the type of woman he would need right by his side.
Oh.
You want him to be in shape? You need to get to the gym. Equally yoked. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving, because you can't keep a dime to your name. You want him to be a family man? Call your mama. You become a family woman.
All right, now time out. I know I said I was going to let him talk first, but she's touching on a lot of great points right here to where it may sound like she may come off petty, like she is just like tit for tatting it, but it's the expectation game. Like, why would you fiend for something and cause something an expectation? Not only that, but disqualify people who may be on the path but not quite there yet for your expectation, while on the same hand you are not meeting their expectation in the least, but because you have this idea that you bring something to the table, whatever that may be, whatever your idea is not matching up to the type of man that you want. Essentially. Let's get it.
Heal your traumas before you put all this on him. You want him to be patient. Your patience is thin. You want him to be understanding. You're the least understanding person in your circle of friends, but he gotta be understanding. Fix you. Fix you. Whatever you want, become that. He gotta be in shape. You eat chips every day.
Charlie,
rest in peace to a legend, Charlie Murphy.
All right.
Let's become the person we want to attract. How about that?
Let's pause it right there. Let's become the person
we want to attract.
That we want to attract. Here's the thing. I hear her saying all of this, and let's also break down what she was saying in the beginning. Essentially, what she was saying was she comes across women that expect things out of men that they don't bring to the table themselves. And I think it's really important to hone in on that, because I think she softened the blow a little bit later. And what she said is that create a list for the dudes, all right, or the dude that you want in your life, all right, as amazing as what he can be. Then create a list of what that dude would want. Here's the problem with that. Most women have no idea what the men that they want. Have no idea. Have not even a smidgen of an iota of any idea. You know what?
He ain't never say smidgen, but that's me being stupid. What he's saying is basically echoing my earlier point, and I know he's just like, we were on the same wavelength, because like I knew he was gonna say something along these lines. But yes, it's the disconnect is what she's come across, the disconnect, the delusion. And I feel like that part has ran rampant in most women. I'm not even singling out black women. I'm saying most women, but we're talking about our society, so we can only speak on who we have been around the most in most situations. But it's an all-women problem, but we're talking about black women, so it goes without saying. Back to it.
It's a couple of different reasons. Number one, society has conditioned women not to think about what men want. Completely conditioned them. Completely. And instead pushes up the idea of, if he don't want me, he must be gay, right? Or if he can't amount to what I think, then I'm not going to settle for him. What society doesn't push is look inwards, because the key to your issue of finding a man resides within you. So here's what I would add on to that.
And I'll just say this. On a societal level, the society, as to what he says, frames the males in a negative context always. So if a woman is having trouble in that relationship and she explains it, in most cases, no matter what the man says, he would be in the wrong, and he would be expected to apologize. No matter if this woman is incorrect in the manner that she acted, in the action that she had taken, or something even more volatile. It's a double-edged sword that not a lot of people talk about, but all men know about. Back to it.
Not only should you make that list of what type of man that you're looking for, and then also create a list for what you think that man is looking for, but then also have conversations with the male friends that you have in your space to pressure test what you think that type of dude might be looking for if you have male friends. And then I want you to get out of the delusion and most likely cut your list
delusion
50%. Because most of us are average at best. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Okay?
Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
I enjoy looking at videos like this, not only because I think that it's going to take women to help to change women. But what I think B.Simone is highlighting here is that there's clearly a division. There's clearly a division. Okay? Because notice this type of conversation, it's not men having this conversation with men. No, we know where we sit in the pecking order. All right? We deal with where we are from a hierarchical perspective each and every day.
On my soul.
You understand me? But there's been a media system and an engine that has either A, feigned accountability for the opposite gender, or B, has had a media engine that has continued to pander to all of their emotions, all of their wants, in order to sell a product at the end of the day.
And C, which goes into B, but more insidiously, an agenda that is pushed for a specific reason to the detriment of a society knowingly. There have been studies that have been readily available for at least 30 years from the same psychologists, women's studies teachers, feminists that started the feminist movement, telling women that the majority of the feminist ideology will lead them to a not only a destructive life path, but a destructive ending, or a lonely ending, or anything in between. I believe 100% that males and females should have the same rights under the law. But it's a mental thing into where everything, the propaganda machine has been going for so long that it's permeated society and it's become society. So the propaganda has become truth in most women's heads, but not in reality, how if I should say so. But back to it. I'm over here rambling.
So I look at this and I think, kudos. All right, B.Simone, because when you were talking about the whole 9-to-5 dude thing, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, as well as most of the dudes over here in this particular sector. But it seems as that you've learned a couple of things since that prior conversation. So shout out to you. But my point remains. It's not going to take dudes over here in this space talking about it in order to change and to shift how those in our opposite gender choose to estimate their own particular value in the dating marketplace. It's going to take other women to be able to do that. There's a bevy of other content creators that continue to push this idea that you are the table. You are the table no matter what. And honestly, it saddens me because it sets up more and more women to be a cat shepherd in the future. Guys, I'm going to end the video right here. Shout out to B.Simone. Shout out to my Instagram as well. This was sent to me on my IG.
Yo, I'm going to end this video right here, man. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Shout out to B.Simone. He's always bringing some type of great insight and an angle to a thought that sometimes I think about, sometimes I don't flesh out in the way that he fleshes it out. And I just respect his perspective on the world. His word isn't law, but it's respected. Let's just say that. So this is where I end the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comments. Let me know if you like this type of content. And special announcement. I'm leaving the country, y'all. I'm going to Chile. So, you know what I mean? If y'all don't see a lot of videos in like the next like 3 to 4 days, like please see with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be on a plane for like 14 hours. It's a lot. We out.